Hi, my name is Nicole.
He's working with kids over the summer. I was referring to you.
Yeah, I know.
The last time you'll be seeing me up here.
Thank God.
My freshman year, I was just interested in the radio station. I didn't really know what radio really was. I thought it was cool, so I joined, and ever since then, it's just been history from there. I got immediately involved on 3 teams: the music team, Morning Buzz, and the news team. Everybody there is so nice, such a family. They welcomed me with open arms, and I'm so glad that I was able to grow this far in just 2 years. Did theater pretty much for a big chunk of my life before coming to college, so I was very used to like a cast setting, and that's how the Morning Buzz is. It's like a show, and it's the flagship morning show at WMSC, and I was kind of just intrigued by it. I was already into entertainment at the time, so I did a little segment on entertainment news. That was my segment, and then from there I kept growing. I became a co-host, and then I became a host and producer. My first ever Morning Buzz show was when Queen Elizabeth died. And I mean, whenever the morning show was all about news and all about fun things that happen within our campus and just in life in general. And that was such an interesting show for me because I didn't know what to expect going into it. And it was like breaking top story, Queen Elizabeth dies. And I remember being so confused, but also excited to see this is how the radio industry works. And I really just grew a passion ever since joining. It was scary at first, but ever since then, it's really been history. When you are the producer, you see everything. You oversee the entire 5 days. You have to make sure the show is running smoothly, and there's challenges that go along with it. There's challenges that arise, and it's hard to deal with, but it really grows you as a person, and it grew me as a person and as a professional. Like, things will happen, and you have to know how to pick it up and cover up all those problems and just keep pushing through and making sure the show is the best it could be. You see more of the behind the scenes as a producer. You're doing more like figuring out what content do we want to cover on the show.
Opportunity and a great experience to get involved in the Buzz in the summer, so then once the fall comes, you know what to expect.
I learned from 4 different producers before I finally sat in the host seat, and seeing what Nicole did, not only as a producer, but as producing my day when I was a host, I really saw how she was able to just take the best of everything that came before her. Seeing how Nicole works, I see flicks of Kenny in her work ethic. I see flicks of Isaiah in her work ethic. I see flicks of Laura. I see flicks of Victor. And then she puts her own Nicole spin on it. And what I'm noticing is she's really all about bringing the best. She's all about bringing the best of both worlds. She's all about balancing the funny with the serious, the silly with the somber. She's all about finding the best way to balance it. So now that we have a structure, we can make it seem more seamless.
I'm gonna call Nicole right now, and if she says yes right this second, you got your new Tuesday Sportscaster. So I call Nicole in the middle of this cafe, and she's like, yes. And I was like, great, damn it. I think Nicole is so organized, and I've just learned a lot about talking on air, because my own show is just kind of a silly talk show. I'm usually more of a silly person. I'm not very serious all the time, but I've learned how to organize, write, and really present myself in more of a news kind of fashion.
Much as I refuse to tell her up until the last day I see her on this campus, I adore Nicole. I think she has done a stellar job. That girl has a bright future. Anybody who meets her knows it too. And she definitely, from what she's doing with the Morning Buzz now, for what she's about to do with news, I'm gonna miss seeing that passion out of her, but I know she's not only going to thrive in her new position next year, but there's a whole new batch of DJs who are going to be coming to the station, DJs who are having trouble finding their way, and she's going to be a very big source of inspiration for them. So, go Nicole.